Welcome back to Bosnia, ladies and gentlemen. We have a new Duchess of Bosnia that's been elected, and this is Jelena, which she still wears that classic golden wreath on her head, like in the olden days of ancient Greece, because of the proximity of the Byzantine Empire, Greek and Hellenization and everything. But, however, you may notice that Jelena is wearing Byzantine armor because we're starting to go to that route, where for the first time in a while that we would start playing as a ruler despite the fact that she does not have a martial education, but damn it, we need a person with good martial. The dynasty's level of splendor for Tezelovich is reached reputable. All that it needs to require for a free Bosnia is to have a strong military ruler along with a lot of wealth. So we need money and a little bit of prestige and also some skills to go along with that. Because, her education is diplomacy, which she's more into befriending, which I don't mind. And her husband, the one with the Phrygian cap, and there's a good reason for the Phrygian cap. He's the heir to Phrygia, the county of Phrygia. Especially that one of her children will inherit Phrygia one day. So, let's go to the Duchy of Bosnia, which you don't have to wait for long. So begins our road to independence. It's not going to happen in this episode, I would say, but we got a couple of things here. You have to put together a council again, which that's our knight, so anybody who wants to be on the council shall get it. And if any of them isn't good, well then... Oh yeah, Sibisov Kovusic. In other words, Persian-Bosnian. Maghrebi. Jelena. Yes. Descendants of Persians that once lived in Bosnia at that time. Plus, he's my friend, so he'll do. And as for the marshal, these two for a time, as we're trying to get Bosanska Krajina back under control after a recent occupation by the enemy. But the spy master, oh dear. I'm not sure. But I'm appointing you temporarily. Part of the reason why I said temporary? Before I hit record, and I say, I am befriending this person here. Yes, she's a Sami, and of a Okonosko origin, faith. But there's something useful about her. She's deceitful, wrathful, and ambitious, but torturing. So that's why I'm befriending her. It's like I want her to come to court. Come to Bosnia. Be Christiani, and then, well, you could be the spy master as my friend. So that settles it. Since her education is diplomacy, she's already picked up a few perks. She can befriend people, hence the reason why we could do that. Confidence, which each friend adds less stress gain, and flatter her to befriend scheme power even more. And also her children will gain a few extra skill points, which is rather good, but honestly, I am more focused towards military these days. No need for chivalry. I mean, prowess is average due to her bravery, but I think prowess is the least of my worries, so I'd rather go for strategy. So it will take 3 years to pick up a perk, but I got something for my age. Hey, I'd like to be the marshal. Them's the rules. Now it's every 2 years. And thanks to the character's intelligence and martial and all that, So it'll feel like she had a martial education of her own. Of sorts. Although, she's 29 years old, soon to be 30. Um, I'm sure I'll be in my 50s once I become a strategist. So, it's better to be a practical strategist than just be a gallant fighter. There's no need for that kind of bravery here. And plus, my husband isn't that good, except for one thing, but... And we already have one child who is an heir of one of the counties here, but... For now, I'm throwing my vote to it. Just for now. Unless I have a son. But I'll tell you what, when Callistos, who is the heir to the county of Phrygia, as we know that this old woman is ailing, and maybe I should just divorce him right now, save the embarrassment. I have the piety for that. So, here's the deal. It's like I have intelligence, but I want to marry somebody good. Okay? So no hard feelings. And take that Phrygian cap with you. He'll be wearing that all the way to Phrygia. Anyways, I need something for inheritable. That is good. We do not typically get strong people around here, but it would be nice to have some strong and intelligent folks. Or robust, at least. But anyways, who else? And be careful. We used to have handsome people in our dynasty in the early days. What? Oh, you're sick. Never mind. Or why not the fellow knight here? Despite the fact that I fired him from the council. And he's one of the good ones. But no, he's chased. I think it might be him because stewardship, that's what I'm looking for. And that's what I'm lacking. There we go. Found our guy. We could potentially have intelligent or Herculean children more, or a combination of both or something similar. I'll take the prestige hit. Only have one so far. And the bishop already endorses me. From the domain, personal diplomacy, and we're both brave. Get out of here. Oh. Alright, there you are. Now, as per usual, I want Pagania back. But to do that, obviously you need to revoke the title, and when you revoke it, that's tyranny, and the county level goes down. Might not accept, but don't rush the day. And murder isn't the answer. And I wish he was serving me as one of the commanders. But you could have been something, but you couldn't. Anyways, with my marriage to Duke Blackfoot, the realm expects us to throw a suitably extravagant wedding celebration. It is well my right to collect the royal aid duty as part of this. Some may consider it tasteless to levy an extra tax during the time of jubilation. Oh, just take the money. Of course. sure about that. Ah, they're all divided. They can't, figure it out. It's fine. Just wait till I have a son and they'll all change their minds. Because most of our talented people tended to be daughters. Wait a minute. Heir to the Duchy of Dubrovnik? Oh. Hold on. What's going on over there? Oh, no. Well, who's the owner? Can we get rid of this man despite the fact that we no longer have a person with high intrigue? They're both bloody old. Maybe let nature take its course. Because, the primary heir, Count Petros of Pagania, was married to Nika of Pagania. Okay, maybe we should leave Pagania alone. Interpreting my recent friendliness sign, Nasti, the Sami, girl, has come to me with a concern for one of my prisoners. It would please me great if you were to release my acquainted Zelimir from his house arrest. She says, balling her fists, she is a fearless blackguard. Nice chance. A cheap way of winning our good graces. There's progress. Yeah, these days we're less about intrigue and more of military. Unless they commit some great crime, then we would have an excuse to... I'm gonna go on a pilgrimage. While we're at that. How about the Hije in Vaticana? Hije means house. As I prepare for my journey, I know I will travel safely under the protection of God. While I'll go with the Lord, my realm must wait, however long I may be gone. It's time to depart. We'll get prestige in time by hunting and feasting a lot. Yeah, just go across the Adriatic for that. Or walk on over to the Italian countryside. For every week that passes, my fellowship grows even smaller. Some have gone as far as they can before they need to return. Hope overtakes them. Others met with less fortunate ends. The most worrying fact is that my group of personal guards is thinning out at an alarming rate. The fact alone shows what treacherous journey this can be. Some locals seem they would make fierce guards. I'll spend a bit. I am finally here, body and soul at the great Hija of Akam. As the Jed offers me blessing, I reflect on everything that's had to happen for God to bring me here at this moment in time. Walk the holy path. There's your dedication of faith right there. After learning that Naste would be attending the dance in the castle town of Aalborg, and I decided that would be a perfect occasion to pass by to ensure that I get some face-to-face with her. The ball was exquisite and Naste put on a fine show. Afterward, I told her how impressed I was, and we got to talking. By the time I'd left, it Felt as though we'd known each other a lifetime already. What a good day. And at the same time, I returned from the pilgrimage. Come to Bosnia. It's a great place to be. Oh, and around here, where you may want to get rid of that silly pagan faith of yours and be Christiani. Don't want you killed here, friend. And there's a reason why I brought you here. You're gonna be my spy master, which you will protect me at all times. She's a fearless blackguard who is also possessed, which I don't know what they were doing over there in that old Sami paganism they got up there. So keep at it. And no need for witchcraft. Buy iron, not gold. Well, Nataša, my mother, once transmutated iron into gold. Something along those lines of alchemy. It's an exaggerated tale, if you didn't hear that back then. Not learned enough to be my precision, which I should also look for that. Pleased, friend. Raffle dislikes calm. Well then, what about seduced? Raffle dislikes calm. Okay. I was hoping for you to be a soulmate at least. But, you know, it can be improved upon. I would love her to be my friend and soulmate, because we're both bisexual. This is what I mean by gotta have the opinion high enough which she'll never betray me in plots like these. So I will secretly plant the letter in their chambers. A declaration of love from Nasta's eyes only. No one else matters. I pour my heart out page after page, my feelings growing as I put them into words. The ink is barely dried as I set up from Nasta's chambers. I gently place the scroll on her bolster. Will she lay here tonight, dreaming of me? The waiting is unbearable. The thought of rejection makes me sick to my stomach. When a reply arrives, I tear the seal with shaking hands. While I cannot encourage you, Duchess Jelena, I'm most grateful for your kind words. Yours faithfully, Nataša. She won't resist her charms for long. Oh no, we can't get rid of him. Intrigue too high. It's a wonder how he lost his country and he got it back. What now? Tyranny. Okay. Because I'm brave, the hunt is much better for stress reduction. This one will fetch a fine price. Huh. There. Gets a prestige. We have to do those often. Because in order to form Bosnia, you gotta have at least 200 prestige and 300 gold. It's simple enough. It's just wars are expensive in the Bosnian Army. So we need to raise a lot of money to fight a war of independence and subsequent creation of the Kingdom of Bosnia. And I will feel that we would be better fighting a war if we could get perks of it. Because we're not quite ready. Eating is well underway. Drinking a little soup carved from Countess Katerina decided it was time for some horse riding. The stables were locked up tight, and with the guidance of Mayor Pablo, Katerina soon led a group of eager riders inside. With absolutely no control over my animals, There was swearing, laughter, broken bones as men and women felt the horses ambling around the hall. The other creatures in the stables did not get away much easier, as one goat nearly caved under the weight of their allowed Augusta. Stable hands saved these people from themselves. You bunch of loonies. Keep me in your hearts, vassals. I'm attending the dance. If it's okay to spend some time with Nasty. The mere thought of touching hands makes my heart jump. When I arrive, I find her stuck in conversation with my liege, King Prokop. Aren't you supposed to be defending your country or something? The brooding man drones on and on, totally oblivious to Nasty's discomfort. My charms improve any conversation. 50-50 now. If she rejects me, I understand. We'll just be friends then. If we could just be more than friends. Oh, what are they up to? It's part of Croatia, technically, so that I'm okay with, but if you dare attack Bosnia, you know what happens, right? I don't have the best advantage yet, but one day. Just a demonstration. Unless we find better commanders. Speaking of that, well, wait till Krina's under full control. We're going for this first. Militarily, we could take him on, but we can't guarantee that. As my darling and I walk through the Vesuki Gardens, I gesture to greener realms. For all their beauty, there isn't a single flower which rivals you, my lady. There is one, she says mysteriously, a rare orchid from Venice, which is nearly impossible to cultivate. The monastery ruin in Bobovac is the only place where it thrives in these regions. I'll just get that money. Sure, I'll find a merchant willing to sell me one. Similar strength. Oh dear. Just had thoughts about possible expansion, eastward into Serbia areas. If we want to, make Bosnia stronger. There's always Vukovar. Which we have nothing against them. We just have to be fabricating claims. Bulgaria's got no allies, and neither do we. Oh, I'm sorry. Claim the title for myself? It's one bit of land, but they'll do that. Still for the renown. Too bad she's never gonna go away anytime soon, but at least it's all Teselovich. Teselovich. All that matters. would like to have another son. Preferably a strong child. Not this again. 70%. Can we just be more than just friends? That's what I ask. Hey, get me a precision. That's for starters. Got down this way first. Ten, 16, 13. Pavica. Almost there. This is it. Every time I close my eyes, I see Nasta's face. Sleep will not come. Cannot wait another moment to focus Charles and make my way to the car outside the living quarters. The side of her chamber window makes my heart sad. So close yet so far. But wait, who is that climbing up the tower? The shady figure stops by Nasta's window and unlatches the shutters. My beloved's in danger. I must save her. The sounds of the struggles is the greatest motivator ever known. Without a careful life limb, I hoist myself through the window. I feel as if I plunged into a frozen lake. Nasta's on the floor, the intruder pushing her down. I gleaming blade between them. With a roar, I grab the villain by the collar and throw her into the wall. The rest is a blur. When the danger is over, I turn towards her. Nasta, are you alright? So I ask cautiously as my words were filled. She finally unfreezes her throat somewhere. Thank God you're here, Jelena. I'll never let you get into harm's way again. So, friend and soulmate. There you go. But keep this relationship a secret, because indeed, Christianity faith, same-sex relations is rather shunned around here. We're more than just friends. As she's my spy master, she'll never betray me. And by the way, do you think it's possible if you could wear the same exact clothes that Nataša used to wear? Or whatever? Because, you know, they had a, you know, headdress that kind of looks like, that kind of looks like this, but no, that's all green. Then again, where you came from, fine by me. And I've yet to get a single event that relates to Marshall. We'll soon get it. Somebody wants to kill me. That's the reason why I brought you here. Because not only you have the best intrigue skill, and as my friend and soulmate, you'll protect me at all times. So, you gotta investigate who's doing this. Even if they try to attempt to kill me in my life, they will most certainly fail. Who's the heir to Bosnia? Goislav. Oh, why would they vote for that man? He's not even that good. Also, anytime now. Well, actually, there is a way. Don't feel bad, Nasty. This is a matter that I must attend. In order to have a child, it's easy. Just seduce him and you lay, then there you go, automatic pregnancy. Well, meanwhile, I train for, martial-related things and try to get a few perks before I feel that it is the opportunity for the right time for Bosnia to fight for its freedom, where we need a lot of money to finance such an undertaking. Ugh. Yeah, founding of which coven that won't happen. Mistress of words. As a scholar of diplomatic arts, I'm well aware of the power of eloquent compliment. Showing admiration for a man's best quality is a sure path to his heart. The next time we meet, I shall compliment Landpet's, oh gosh, he's shy, content, and just. Brilliant, rational mind. It's well received. Now it's guaranteed to seduce him. Just lay with him, then we'll get a second child. And hope for a son, so we could put a vote on him, and people will definitely go for it. No need to, look for secrets of what they did in their lives, and get a strong hook out of them for blackmail in order to force the votes. Because the last thing I would want is somebody who's, well, bossy for once. You know what, just for that, in case if I get another daughter, then Catherine is going to be the one then, whether they like it or not. So knights are to be improved upon. This screen. Died gout-ridden, new king of Croatia and Serbia. He still has claims for Bohemia, Bavaria, and Great Moravia, but there's no way. He's got very high learning. Can't deny that. But, I think Croatia's zenith days are over. Where it reached its zenith, those days are over. Oh, thank you kindly. Almost forgot, new liege and everything. Typically, Croatian kings tend to outlast Bosnians. Okay. For a man such as you... Oh, I think he would hear something informative. I don't think he's in for entertainment. Ah, damn it. 85 down now. There could be one more chance before we fully seduce him. Well, we've moved this capital to Zagreb. Actually, no. It's inherited. Zagreb, modern capital of Croatia. What I was looking for is what are my knights like? Good fighters, but we don't get much of that talent unless I pick up a bit more levels of fame of prestige. Look, if you were to fight a hypothetical war of independence, it will cost you that much prestige, so this is why we don't want to rush it. My servants all been sent away, and our beds been decorated with roses. As though Glantapart enters our chambers as he smiles shyly at George without any hesitation. With the help of hands, mouths, and limbs, we affirm the devotion we swore before God, perhaps in a more calm fashion than intended. As we are united in marriage, now we are united in heart. There you go. Lover and soulmate. There's still a plot out there against me, but we haven't figured out who's done it. And if there is an attempt on my life, then they will fail, and we'll know who the culprit is. Very good. Limited crown authority again for Croatia. They really built up their power. Well, to be fair, it's a martial ruler. Well, this one's going to be more an intrigue, so that'll be less of a problem sooner or later. Again, he's got his land. Vukac has Spoleto. And soon we'll... Well, he'll be the Duke of it, but I want Paganini for myself. Thank you very much. Hope for a son. So the voters, the electors in Bosnia will be more cooperative. Because we got many of them here. Oh! House of Warriors. 2 renown and a little bit more knight effectiveness. Since we didn't have those in those days. Liberty War. That's just... Whoa. Oh, of course they hired mercenaries. And it kind of got me to thinking. Rushka. There's no Teselovich claimants there, is there? In those days were gone. Because we thought about just returning our presents to the lands of Serbia. And if you wish to fabricate a claim, well then, guess what? That is going to take an eternity and a half to do one. It says 18 months. Okay, that's one thing, but vassal opinion, loss of piety, upset target, all that. That would be a problem. For this man here. Kind of makes me want to get rid of him. Just one more push, my lady. The baby's almost here. A scream escapes my lips as I bear down the last time. The pain is everywhere. Too much. Overwhelming. Then it's over. I did it. Is she alright? I bet it like that. Is she a girl? The midwife does not answer me. Does not even look at me. No, she only has eyes for an unmoving infant in her arms. Why should Brady do something? My daughter was stillborn. That's never happened to me before. You know, it's kind of stuff like these that makes you want to go celibate for something like that, but cannot. About to pick up another perk. Organized much. Now the infantry get to do screams. Yes, Marshal Croatia, that's where we're getting a lot of training from. And then when I feel time is right, then we go to the said war. Oh, we never had this before. We never had the time until now. Men-at-arms being introduced, well, Heavy infantry and spearmen, which we do have, will have increased damage and toughness. Get that! That is a must-have. And more so with that in the future. Okay, you know what? I want this structure built now. It adds up to faster construction speed. It'll come in 2 years earlier than 1045. And by that time, we would also increase the development of Rama. Give it another go. If I ever get stillborn child again, then I'm convinced that I am cursed. Why hasn't she drank herself to death? He's doing alright. What the heck? Why did you give your son the same names? That's gonna be a problem in the future. Not a lot happening, so we're speeding it up. An attempt on my life. I was riding through the streets of Visoki when a mob of screaming and shouting peasants descended on my retinue. Thankfully, my guards did not hesitate to start cutting them down left and right when I made my way back to the castle. This was undoubtedly the work of that erratic knave, Goislav. You son of a beeswax. This man wants to kill me so he can rule Bosnia. Well, that's imprisonment. He could potentially flee. He managed to avoid capture and has fled to the countryside. Traitor! He went to Wolkenstein. Wolkenstein, Pomerania. Meissen. Are you sure you want to vote for a murderer? While studying the tactics of ancient generals, I was astonished to learn about the exploits of Hannibal Barca during the Second Punic War. Known as the enemy of Rome, Hannibal's crowning achievement was the Battle of Cannae, where his army of roughly 50,000 outmaneuvered and encircled the larger 86,000 strong Roman army. Surrounded and unable to retreat, only 3,000 Romans survived the massacre. Like Hannibal, I will annihilate my enemies. Give them more enemy fatal casualties. Also on this same day, as Duchess, I've been obliged to attend a local spa tournament, but the contestants have been delayed and the tourney won't start for at least another hour. Looking around, I notice my lover, Nataša, sitting, that would be Somi, sitting in a nearby pavilion, clearly bored halfway to death. On the other hand, I just noticed the merchant dropping off a cart of sliced wine. Spent some time around in my pavilion. Now she is my best friend. Best friend is a special relation indicating lifelong dedication support. It is a stronger special relation than a friend. A character can only have one best friend. And there is someone else tending. See, we think alike. And I hope you torture somebody, or those who want to get that word out. Clearly they're out to get me. Twins! A son and a daughter. Robust? Hale. Not intelligent, but a strong child to raise in the future. 2 heads are better than 1. Nicola. Okay, these are twin sounding names. Nicola and Nataša. Hmm. Vote for my son now. Sorry, Katerina, but this is for the priority. I know it's a bit early, but strong claim, prestigious, brilliant man. There you go. Now, there's someone else that wants to kill me. But she'll be off to Phrygia one day. As he now lives over there and he's still he's still wearing that Phrygian cap. I did say take it with you. And now he's a true Phrygian by wearing that cap. Well, it's too bad women don't wear Phrygian caps because I would have given Katerina that too. Because I don't think there is such thing as a Phrygian cap for women. That'd be just silly. No, no such thing. But a strong marshal running Phrygia over there will do good for the Bosnian realm. Now we have the Jor claimant wars if we wish to. Anyways, twins. I want to raise them both. Both Saturn points. Surety of supply. Part of commanding an army means to make sure my soldiers have plenty of food, drink, and camp gear for long campaigns. To this end, I should come up with a plan ensuring my soldiers always have the supplies they need in the field. Well, unfortunately, stewardship isn't really my thing, but give it an attempt. Arrange a network of merchants to help me. Dependable network. After going through readings of financial ledgers, I was able to pick out a group of merchants scattered around the countryside which I knew would be dependable. I made them offer to keep them on a retainer to provide any supplies my army needs at a moment's notice. This will ensure my commanders will always know who they should go when they need provisions. Now, to skim off a little time. From then on out. Duchess Nika's first to see the powerful boar, hard to distinguish from us. We right. Yeah, you needed a lot of prestige to go along for the future independence war. Press on. Good kill. Also, what happened to you? A lot of things. I gotta get Paganea off of you one day. But there is a way. The local mystic insisted on seeing me and brought on presents. He started wailing. Is that blood in his hand? The signs are not in your favor, my lady. I smelled the intestines of a hen, and the blood showed me in your future. It's dark and full of death. That's ominous. Nasty. Well, this is just for finding schemes, so we're looking for any possible secret in Duchess Nika's court. Why do they want to kill me? Maybe it's because, well, these days there is no Nataša, no Stana to wreak havoc in Bosnia and the terror of people, but I am not an intimidating person. In the middle of the nightly ritual in honor of the Horn God, there's a sudden noise behind me. A burglar, a visitor, an assassin. I twist around and find myself face to face with my sister, Duchess Nika, dressed up in a dark coldness, adorned by the unmistakable mark of the Horn God, a classic outfit for conversion. There's no need for that with me, sister. Aha! Blackmail. No secret that could be used for blackmail, but I... Or did I read it backwards? No secret could be used for blackmail at the moment. Well, we're both witches, but still. There's gotta be something else. You cannot blackmail another witch for being a witch. I don't need to know that. Keep looking. A quick daughter. Petra. Yes, we're fellow witches, but damn it, I need you off. She might accept, but... Okay, I know what to do, just... Well, money's a little... This'll do. Development increased. But in actuality, we just want this crown smithies done. Forgot the damn face. You'll do. I'm keeping it up because I need all the prestige I can get. More friends. Another secret that I don't need to know about. Oh, who's here? That's my niece. Vodka. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Huh. Duchess, Jelena, my... Okay. There's no more secrets here. So instead, we'll just be increasing the opinion of the character. Then we'll kick her out of Pagania. The last thing I would want is a civil war around here, then lose all control. Sweaty, tired, and in need of food. A long day of training of troops is coming to an end. As we search for a place to camp, we spot an old and abandoned castle in the distance. Running a hand through my hair, I declare, that is where we'll make our camp tonight. The sun is setting, and with every step towards the ruin looks more ominous. Long before the soldiers are whispering about ghosts. Let us venture inside. I'm sure there's treasure to be found. Darkness, dampness, desolation reign inside the castle. All traces of life are gone. Peer up the decaying stairs, I spot what might be remnants of lush tapestries and old paintings. Looking down spiraling steps, I see only darkness reaching down into the ground underneath the castle. We got enough money, so... What might be hidden in the darkness underneath? I would face my fears. That's what we got instead of treasures as a reward. Almost finished. And then we'll build this up for more damage and toughness for the heavy infantry and spearmen. It's about damn time that the Bosnian military gets some improvements. After, well, we didn't do so much. But it is really going to put a strain on the economy. Get this done. There's no end to opinions that wants my son and heir, Nicola. Half the time he's trying to tell me what to do instead of the other way around. Formidable and aggravating. It's a fine line to walk. Bossy, eh? Figuring that you're a bust. I know what you're gonna go for exactly. And as for you, and you just picked up more learning, well, we don't know. Leave that alone. But I know what Nicola's going for. And he picked up a bit of stewardship along the way. Fine by me. There's still a couple more years in case if I were to have more children. If my husband and lover is willing. And we don't know who's trying to murder me. But if I could venture a guess, probably him. Demonstration of leadership. I was about to say lover, my soulmate, my best friend, has been hovering around my council meetings lately, knowing her interest in matters of leadership. I cannot help but feel that the woman is waiting for me to impress her. I could probably engage her in conversation. On the other hand, it would be better to simply see me interacting with my men. There is something to be said for at least pretending to know every soldier's face. We should go greet some recruits. Respected figurehead in Rama, the very heart of Bosnia. Here comes another perk. Party and tactics, and then we'll go for envelopment. Sounds like I could be a strategist in no time. Hence the reason why she donned the Byzantine armor. I got someone for you. Glad they're voting for Nicola because we will finally have a male ruler far in the future. When's the next pilgrimage? Oh, not until much later. Could at least spend on something? Yes. Like invest in something that'll help you make more money here? Since it's not time for war, so spend little if necessary. And Croatia is at peace, but remember, most of the power of the military strength comes from here. Do you mind getting out of Pagania now? He is intimidated by me. Okay, just this once. Take this money and get out. It is tyranny, but maybe this will draw out potential assassins. There will be another Teslavovich Duke in other parts. Now, get to work. That was well timed. Well, he's going to Spoleto. He lives in Spoleto now, but one day he's going to run Spoleto for the Teslavovich family, which is fine. A duchy is a duchy. Oh, we have Pagania again. The second richest county of Bosnia. Well, the tyranny could sometimes. To Banja Luka then. Whatever helps me get more prestige, which should be enough for you to start an independence war, and then the creation of the title of Kingdom of Bosnia. Friend? Oh, great. Peasant rabble. Ooh, who's your lover? Oh, is that so? Well, now. Strong hook. She'll take it. Sorry about that. What you get for being rakish. Force that boat. Keep it that way. Sucker. Still got a little intrigue in me, but that's just luck. Now we have 3 dukes. Oh, split them. Split that down. Split that down. Not quite. Open up. Duchess. And there's me. Dumb nuts. Finally. Dalmatia will remain Teslovich for a while. And I don't care if they fight Croatia or anyone else for Kanin. But finally we got Teslovich running things, thus increasing the renown slowly. One of my friends died, but it's less stress as I have many. He was a good steward. Unfortunately we got someone better, but unfortunately at this age. Oh, and thank you for increasing development, which, well, we could switch to tax now. Damn it, folks. It's because you don't trust the judgment, right? Brilliant, man. Scholar. Everybody's going for it. Will not support the pawn of a tyrant. Yes, I did a tyrannical thing. Another son. Ivanish. For every birth that Kojari has shown me grows, as I hold my newborn baby in my arms and breathe more warmth and kindness than ever before. I guess I do have quite an impressive gathering of children. Kindness born from birth. That'll up the general opinion. Denied forest, that's what they did. Well, we can't get everybody under control, so we'll have to deal with that peasant revolt in the future, and it's gonna mess with the control. Five children. Since you're going to be governing Phrygia soon, so... get some good children in the future. Even though none of these people who's going to come from Phrygia will ever be elected to be the future ruler of Bosnia, as it's a separate entity, as it's going to be one day. Well, we are heading it up. Now, we need more knights. Because, look, we got good fighters, but we can get a few more better ones out there. Now we have more men-at-arms counter-efficiency. I guess I will indeed be a strategist one day. To Bosnia, right next door. Greek giant. Come on in. Get away, Coca. Count Stanislav. Not dynasty. Oh, no, it says Lords. Never mind. May never know. So let's just get a few knights and then, what the heck else? I could have a March contract, which we would pay less taxes to my liege, but it also, this army gold maintenance for me. Control territory defender advantage up, levy size up, garrison size up, and levy reinforcement rate up. That's a good idea, isn't it? Taxes I pay to my liege will be reduced, so who cares the difference? We pay 1.8 a month to the Croatian, and then we pay less in the month. We modify that. I'm sure he didn't like it. That ups the levy size more, as well as the reinforcement rate. We could call for another hunt. Go get it. Told you that steward wouldn't last. The mayor of Kuch. Still good. An attempt on my life. I throw away my covers the moment I feel something in brush gets my leg, but the swift movement only agitates the spider. The spider moves swiftly and strikes. The spider's venom spread with burning senses through my body. But I call for my physician once. He was once paid well dead as the sun rose, but the pain of the poison was finally to go. This was undoubtedly the work of that cold-hearted witch Vitacha, my niece and rival. Aha! Should have known it was one of my rivals. But however, she's Spoleto, which means she's going to keep doing that. Well, actually, no. Once the attempt, she can never do that to me again. Not if I get back at you. If only. That'd be a waste of time. And no, you cannot befriend your rival. I mean, you could, but trait differences in an opinion and all that. That could get rid of the rival thing. Potentially. And hopefully there should be no more of that nonsense. Now we're well prepared. And tell you what, once I become a strategist, I will go for a gallant route to pick up a few perks from there. Even though prowess isn't really my thing, either. One more. Thank you very much. Also, by the way, that was my knight then. Oh, no, different Tisla, which... Lands of Merepetus non-believer's secret. Yipe. You know, with that kind of size of levies, One would think we are ready for the War of Independence, but not unless if we get this succession handled here. Well, we make a lot more money now thanks to the March contract. So, again, all this will not matter when we fight for our independence against Croatia. Which that man is a scholar. And Bulgarian situation continues to worsen. A lot of wars, so maybe fabricating a claim, you know, expand into Serbia a little or elsewhere would be just fine. Although we don't have chronicled writing where we can use the George Duchy as fine. Do have an exposure for royal prerogative where we can have higher crown authorities in the future. And it's almost 2 years till the High Medieval begins, but we're going to be behind that. There's going to be a peasant rabble. Guess we'll have to handle that. Gee, all these buildings that we can build here. Not until Castle Bailey's, that's High Medieval. I like where this is going. And when the peasants fight, then it's going to be a bit of an exercise for our army to see what they're capable of. So it's likely going to be in the next episode where we'll finally fight for the Bosnian War of Independence and the creation of the Kingdom of Bosnia. Again, we're pretty strong militarily, but it can be improved upon. Now we have siege weapon effectiveness. She's going to be 16 by the end of this year. Remember, future Countess of Phrygia. Here it comes. Son of the Dragon. That's a hell of a motto for, you know, the Teslovich cadet branch. But we'll be a free country one day. Skilled tactician, Riva. Yeah, we're gonna be dealing with this goof now. I sure like to keep using that word, goof. And I'm in charge. It's not the best advantage, but that's the reason why I say that after Strategist, which we could pick up for 2 months, and then go for Gallants for more advantage and get all of this. See what we can do. Got a lot of good fighters. Fortunately, that knocks the control down. So that marshal's going back to the way it started. The European's high enough. Hang on. Another bad bishop. This is the best you got? Ugh. Locked in her room. Nataša came to me complaining about the militia bullying her. She would stay out of bed for days to avoid facing the other child. A bully deserves whatever punishment you can imagine. Oh, I was hoping it's my rival niece. Oh dear. He's possessed but zealous. You know, that man's got a lot of money. I just realized that. Speaking of a lot of money, let's use that lot of money right now. Wooden barracks. Wooden barracks at levying grounds. I got nothing here. Oh, save it. Ha! I was wiping some stuff off of wiping some stuff off of me. Good luck with that. So thanks to this March contract, we get to make a lot of money until we say, okay, then we're ready for a fight. Now, Nicola, become arrogant. Since we had a habit of these, but... No, just leave him with arrogant. It's not enough arrogance, but a true enemy of every soldier's complacency. My marshal Count Radogos says before observing a fly, calling on some gilded decorations. We were standing side by side up on my castle walls, looking down on the soldiers conducting drills below. We could exchange the castle's gate for planks of wood and dull the arrows and the troops' covers, he continues. Lead the soldiers in the mock charge against the castle, see how well they do in action. Good idea. You should lead the defenders. Let the game begin. I tightly shut gate and the walls loom high into the sky. Archers can be seen as shadows moving behind the battlements, and a feeling of genuine excitement permeates the air. At a lull before battle, I turn and address the soldiers. My orders ring out loud and clear across the field. Charge the main gate. A riskier approach might yield a higher reward. Bringing the gate down. Attack progresses poorly. The stairwell echoes another dulled weapon bounces off the middle pillar. For the second time in a matter of minutes, I curse the tight spiral that blocks us from swinging our weapons at the defenders. The heaving breath of the soldiers around me is deafening, and with every repelled attack they grow more resigned and frustrated. I have to take charge of the situation. Don't let up, we'll overwhelm them. Hang on. Take the stairs with brutal efficiency. Taking the final step onto the walls surrounding the castle, I survey the scene. Many soldiers have been lost to the archers on the walls, but we will not be deterred. One after another, we overwhelm the defenders and stand victorious over the fallen. I take a deep breath, and it's time to press on again. This is the last chance to turn the battle. Thanks to me being an aggressive attacker, hit 'em hard! They're not your friends today. The castle is ours. Among the celebrating soldiers, I find Count Radagos, who congratulates me on a charge well led. Look at them, my lady. And change the pace to no good. Even you seem reinvigorated, even though your castle was just lost to the attackers. As a defending force, we are formidable. Did not pick up a perk, but it was a good drill experience, had we not botched the first one. Because I do not have the prowess, because I'm more of a strategist than a fighter. As it says, luck can win a duel, a fool can win a battle. It takes more than to win a war. And that's why we pick up perks such as these. What is domination doing? Ooh. And Byzantium is with... Well, that's the prince. Well. Could be a good chance. Hey. Wish we could help out. Anyways, a delegation from Mokro, Pagania, slowly flies out of my private chambers. Our long meeting's finally over. The petitioners beg for money to repair the crumbling walls of the holding. I invoked my lordly duty to help them. I drum my fingers on the table, pondering whether to send them funds. Good fortifications are hideously expensive. Of course, if the walls are crumbling anyway, then I could always divert their existing stipend to more personal matters. Oh, I don't like where this is going, but it'll give me martial lifestyle. I shall supervise the reconstruction personally. Let's see how this goes. Masterfully improve the walls of Mokro. Popular opinion up. That'll prevent them from revolting. Yep, it's the Duchess in training, so I'm at age 45 now. I cannot have any more children. But hopefully we can raise a good warrior king in Nikola, the first king of Bosnia. And I might be its first queen. Might be. Key word. Living off the land. In 2 years, we'll get sappers, so I'll be 47. Then at 49, I will be the strategist. And then we'll go for gallantry. If we can get this full under control, we'll get even more levies and tax out of the land. Yes? No. This is where the relations between us and Croatia deteriorate. This is where it begins. I'll be getting more levies in a year's time. Here we go, more of the Duchess in training for a future war with Croatia. At the end of the field exercise, it had seemed a brilliant idea. To practice regrouping an army in disarray, I split my troops and ordered every officer to independently make their way to Visoki. Of course, by the third day of waiting, with only half of my army in place, now I'm seeing flaws in the plan. Duchess suggests that I ride out with a contingent of knights to find the missing troops while the rest of the army returns home. This will be an exciting search. My search may last a while. Approaching a lake, I spot a camp pitched on its shores. As I entered, I'm met by the sergeant in charge. My lady, our water stores leaked on the move, and our pack animals cannot make them much home without more water than we currently have. The soldier looks at me nervously. If the lady and her knights help carry water skins, however. This is the only way. The disgrace of carrying water from mules, or do these commoners think water is more important than my orders? Otherwise, we would have desertion, which we don't want that. So, just do it. When my outriders brought news of the little encampment, I did not expect to find the soldiers still practicing the battle formations. It seems that my knight, Joseph the Giant, took it upon himself to continue the field exercise while waiting for word from the main army. His troops line up neatly as I ride up to meet. Those were not the orders I gave. My soldiers need to follow my orders. I mean, yes, I understand there's a language difference between Greek and Bosnian, but still. Yet this is from the little Duchess talking up on you. Talking down on you. In a sort of way. The last of my troops have made it back to Visoki, and order has been restored. Though this was hardly a display of military brilliance, I have gained a new perspective on my army and an individual soldiers which is composed. It was a valuable exercise after all. Good. So, Army of Bosnia is started, to be improved upon at her behest, but now she's about to be the strategist. And then soon she will go for a more gallantry, or at least keep up with the strategist sort of thing. As we can see then. Time for a hunt. There's something majestic about the board that gaze across the landscape. From behind the bushes I raise my bow. I silently glance over at my lover, Nasty, my soulmate. Nasty to see her doing the same. I'll bring it down. You're my best friend, so no need to put there was a commotion among children. Petra was attempting to preach among her fellow youngsters, becoming a target of a small fight. Nicola intervened and did what he could to protect her. Never back down from a challenge, Nicola. Bravely. Now I'm a novice hunter, thus increasing the prowess a little bit more. Nataša played with other children when Gregor tried to push her over. Soon a brawl broke out among the children. Bad girl, huh? Nataša gave as good as she can. She's a bold blackguard now. Katerina of Phrygia, as she will be known as one day. Ha. The future Phrygian Count of the Bosnian origin, or be Hellenized, or whatever, as long as it's a Tezelovich. I learned of Countess Nataša's witch secret, even though we're both witches. These barracks are soon to be finished. There should be a new city, because of all this money that I have. Huh? Oh, Croatia joined. Don't worry about that. Now, feet. Welcome, friends. And you've become the architect, which doesn't mean is it good enough for you to... Nope. Yes, I've done a great job, haven't I? Get about as much prestige as you can. What a good evening. I think grounds is finished. Yep, these are our knights that are going to go to combat one day. And when is that time to invite more knights coming? In 3 years' time? No. I don't think we have enough time for that. So let's just make at least 1,000 gold. When you reach 1,000 gold, or at least close to it, that's when war starts. While I will be a strategist. But keep the high martial skill for the time being. Well, it's not that high, but you will be once you become a strategist. That'll add up more to the levy size. He'll be well. He's become a homosexual. Well, be careful, don't do it too openly. But then again, he's brave, so it could. Who knows, if he ever has a lover or a soulmate in his later life. But he's the heir to Bosnia. The first king of Bosnia in the future. And now, finally, the strategist. Ever since she turned 29, and now, a strategist. Which will add even more to the levy size and reinforcement rate. And we'll start going to get perks of these in the future. Mayor Travnik has passed. Keep getting on that Bosnia. Let's go greet some recruits. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to actually stop this episode right here, right on the month of January. Stop here. There we go. 1054, which in actual medieval history, that's when the Great Schism occurred. The Catholic Orthodox Schism, the two churches. Whereas to the Christiani here, we don't care. We respect all Christians. But Croatia has significantly weakened its holding. They're not what they used to be, but... And we can definitely take them on in a war. Even though they'll be bringing many allies with them. Except for Zahumia, which is part of Bosnia, which they'll never join that war. Contested title for Kanin. It is still an independent realm. Actually, no, it's... Oh, they actually got Kanin back. Well, what do we get out of it if we have Kanin to ourselves? What land does it provide? I mean, no doubt that's... Well, anything outside of Bosnia is the most developed area anyhow. So, there's that. Guess getting so maybe one little war for Kanin, and then fight off anyone else that's allied with. Then we would defeat them in that war. And Kanin provides good area. It has a city but no temple. So perhaps we should think about expanding upon there. Since we got lucky with, like, who's got claimants of what? Who and what? But then again, it could potentially piss off Dalmatia and the Byzantine Empire, which I'm sure one day they'll look at Bosnia with interest. Unless we have a strategy in mind where we should form the Kingdom of Bosnia, then join Byzantium, and expand to wherever we want and get away with it. Because you may never know that I could go for the Unite the South Slavs to complete the entire region of South Slavia, as you see the outline here. Potentially Yugoslavia in the future? We don't know. I don't know if I'm really going to go for that, but it has its bonuses. But for now, the focus is here in Bosnia. Because on the next episode, I think that time is finally coming. A Bosnian War of Independence, which will no doubt be an easy task, since Croatia has weakened itself over time. And then we will form our own Kingdom of Bosnia, And Jelena will be its first queen, will be its first ruler of Bosnia. And we will deal with anyone that stands in our way, no matter who they are. It kind of feels like we're ready to take on anyone. If only they ever start jihads and go up against Byzantine Empire, then that's when the opportunity will strike. To get Ragusa for the Christiani faith. And I am not afraid to lose our religion. Well, son of a beeswax, there's Adamites up north. And it's ruled by a countess, so don't click on that. But still, I mean, Vukovar is an independent country, or is that a vassal? Vukovar is independent. Well, we may think about expanding there, because, you know, a lot of Croatia and other areas, and somehow this area is part of Bulgaria now, instead of Serbia. Well, it's actually a one-county duchy, so it matters. But, so, troops been training, Yelena's been training for this, she's got good enough prowess, and hopefully a good enough advantage. Even though it's not the best in the world, as we know, Bosnians are not known for their military prowess, but we could change that under Jelena, and we shall see that in the next episode. But I want to say one more thing. If she achieves that goal of becoming a Queen of Bosnia, this is what she's going to be wearing. It's not officially the crown of Bosnia. I mean, we know what a Slavic crown is going to look like, but this is just for victory. That's what we'll be wearing. But until then, so long for now.